If the political establishment are wondering why British people up and down this country are worried and concerned about the level of illegal migration and as well as economic mass migration, well, they probably should watch this video because we're going to be talking about how a lot of people are struggling with the cost of living crisis, ordinary people in this country, British citizens. At the same time, we are extremely generous as a country in terms of our government when it comes to migrants and refugees, asylum seekers, or all the other titles that you want to give them. So this is about something that's been going on for a while. The government's refugee integration loan. Okay, so on the surface, we like integration. We want migrants and refugees to integrate. We get it. It's a good idea. But the problem we have is that it's always the government getting involved with these sort of ideas, which means they're going to be using taxpayers' money, which also means when you use bureaucracy to solve these problems, they don't really get solved. It's that old saying, and knocking on the door saying, I'm here from the government and I'm here to help. And this doesn't really work. So these loans, let's go through this because they are giving out loans to asylum seekers and those who claim to want to be asylum seekers, and they are interest-free. And people are asking, okay, what about the priority when it comes to British people first? So, you can apply for a refugee integration loan to pay for things like a rent deposit or rent, household items, education, and training for work. You must be over 18 and one of the following. A refugee, I guess you can self-identify as one, even if you're an illegal economic migrant. You have a humanitarian protection, a dependent of a refugee or someone with humanitarian protection. So you can also be a dependent. You don't have to be a refugee yourself. You can also, if you're already over 18, how can you be dependent? Usually dependents should apply to under 18, but okay. Having said that, they say you can apply for the loan either by yourself or with your partner. Integration loans are interest-free. You only pay back what you borrow, but you must make regular payments. I mean, imagine if you're a normal, ordinary British citizen going to our banking establishment saying, can I please get a tiny, tiny loan, interest-free, I'll pay you back because I'm literally struggling with my life. They will kick you out immediately. But if you self-identify as a refugee, so again, I have no problem with the intent of the policy. Integration is good. It has to happen. The issue that we have, first, the fundamental problem is that the level of migration has been too much in this country. Economic migration and also refugees because they keep coming here through illegal routes. So that has to be sorted out. If the numbers were low, then we could have a conversation about support. But even then, I don't really want to use too much bureaucracy and our government using taxpayers' money for that when we already have problems. Fix the country first, then you can choose as a country democratically if you want to be generous. Whether it's foreign international investment, whether it's bringing in a couple of actual vulnerable political refugees, we can have this conversation. But you need to fix Britain first for British people. It's not really a radical idea, but apparently it is these days. Anyway, so in terms of paying this loan back, interest-free loan, this government's website said, for example, if you're already a migrant and if you're receiving universal credit, you will pay back up to £25 a month. If you work full-time, you'll need to pay back $50 a month. You can apply online to get the payment. You either need your biometric residence permit or a home office reference number. You also need a bank or building society account details and a national insurance number. If you don't have a national insurance number, you can apply at your local job centre plus. Okay, so they're also giving out the details. It's not really the only scheme. We also have other schemes that was announced 3-4 years ago, back in 2019. This scheme was announced. New business startup training for refugees in the UK. A pilot to encourage refugee entrepreneur programs across the UK has been announced. Again, just like the first scheme, you could say, all right, this is the thing that people have been saying, that if there are people coming into the country, it's best to get them to get on the ladder, right? But why not help British people first? And there will be some on the left who would say, well, there are also schemes for British people, but are they as effective? Considering the population in this country, and we are having more British citizens every day than ever before, and they're not even born here. And there's nothing wrong with that on the surface, but it's a burden on bureaucracy. So all these existing schemes for British people, they're not working. And on top of that, you now have creating more schemes on taxpayers' money for migrants and refugees. Maybe the solution would be to bring down the numbers, to not bring in any more people, to sort out the existing problems. It's not. I don't understand why this is extreme to say. I don't understand why again BBC Verify will come back and do a video on this saying, well, we're gonna fact check what my Tousi said. But it doesn't really matter. This is my opinion, and it's the opinion of a lot of people in this country. The facts are there. I've already gave you the facts. I'm adding my opinion, and you can shape your review. And if BBC Verify have a problem with that, well, no one's watching them anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. We're getting very, very close to 300,000 subscribers. I'm Mahyar Tousi, and we are the media.